Here's a question from Matt Suzara of La Cochera Lovers. To the cast and direct, naniniwala ba kayo sa 7-year itch na kasabi? Okay, natanong na to kanina. So move on tayo sa next question for Ariella and Tony. Hanggang saan ang limitations ninyo pagdating sa sexy scenes? Are you willing to go all out if needed sa script? Tony?
It just sounds so wrong when you say all out. It's like, are you guys ready to just have sex on set? That's what it takes. Like, that's what it sounds like. I don't know. I mean, I appreciate a good sexy scene, and I appreciate even more if it's like realistic. Sobrang konti na lang yung hindi ko pa napapakita sa audience. So I guess the next thing would be to show my butt. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
Okay, thank you very much, Tony. Ariella?
Let's see. Sabi ko nga, basta may, not naman perfect, but like, depende sa storyline or sa story ng film, something like that. Because recently I was watching Euphoria, tapos alam ko ang daming ganong scene doon. But when I was watching it, I don't see it like that vulgar or something. So parang naniniwala ako, as long as it's taken very artsy, something like that, why not, diba? Or yung sensual pa rin yung dating niya.
Thank you, Ara. That is a question from Matsu Zara of La Cochera Lovers. Our next question is from Jude Cartalaba of Lionheart TV. For Ivan and Jela Cuenca. In any relationship, when do you consider a partner cheating? What probably are the reasons do partners get to cheat outside of their relationship? Ivan?
Well, cheating is cheating. I think people can see other people that they find beautiful or handsome and appreciate that. But if ever it gets physical, I think that's pretty clearly cheating. And what was the other part?
What probably are the reasons do partners get to cheat outside of their relationship? Oh, there, you're back, Ivan. Hello. Hello, Ivan. Okay, connecting audio. Okay, there you go. Okay. Would you like to answer the second question?
Yeah, what was it? What was the second question?
What probably are the reasons do partners get to cheat outside of their relationship?
It could be anything. I mean, especially when you're young, you really don't know who you are fully. In your 20s, it's like you really don't know, and you try. You meet someone, you have a great time, but going from initial attraction to a full relationship is really challenging, because a full relationship involves so much more than just physical attraction or initial attraction to charisma or something. It's really about how you match up well with someone, and there are a lot of pragmatics involved. So there's just really no telling. And sometimes people cheat simply because maybe they're afraid to break up. Sometimes it's as simple as that. But me personally, I think if at any point, the relationship isn't working out, I think a conversation has to be had to make things, clear, even though it can be difficult at times. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ivan. Jala?
Well, for me, cheating is a choice. So, kung may tao man na gustong mag-break sa relationship nila and hindi nila kayang maging faithful, siguro it's better na sabihin nila sa partner nila, at least aware and mapag-usapan para walang masaktan na tao. Parang ganun. Kasi, ayun nga, well, hindi naman na sinasabi ng iba, hindi nila natitiis na, hindi napipigilan yung ganong pangyayari. But, kung yung tao naman na is sasaktan mo or yung karelasyon mo is pure yung intention mo sa kanya, I think hindi niya yun magagawa. I think nakadepende sa pagkatao mo. Ayun.
Thank you, Jela. Okay, for our next question is for Tony Labrusca and Ariella Arida. If you are to describe Ariella Arida for Tony to a blind guy or woman, how would you do so for the person to appreciate who he or she is?
I would say that Ariella is a very kind person, very down to earth, and very beautiful.
Okay, thank you.
And funny.
And funny.
Wow, thanks, Robert. Thanks, Tony.
Ariella?
Siguro I'll describe first using the color, and parang I see Tony, parang perfect example of like a deep blue sea or like color of the sea. So parang cause Tony is, well, like, yeah, physically Tony parang he's perfect for the sea with his body and very fit. So physically, that blind person has that idea that ganyan yung itsura ni Tony. Para siyang what's this? Para siyang yung mga Baywatch something like that, di ba? So he's hot like that. And of course, like the sea, Tony is parang di ba, parang when you're on the sea, parang it feels so relaxed, so easy to do whatever, and parang you're not being judged, you're just being happy. And being with Tony is something like that. Actually, working with him feels like that. So I guess would tell it to that blind person. The color blue resembles Tony.
Wow.
And I think
Pang Miss Universe.
and he's wearing
And he's very good. Okay, thank you guys for answering. That is a question from Jude Cartalaba of Lionheart TV. Our next question is from Janice Navida of Bulgar to Ariella and Tony. Kamusta naman at paano nila i-describe hindi lang ang kissing scene nila kung meron, kung hindi pati ang kanika nilang breath? Okay. Ariella, would you like to go first?
Ano daw?
Paano nyo i-describe? Hindi lang daw yung kissing scene, pati yung breath ninyo, yung hininga ninyo pareho.
Oh my God!
Okay.
unang-una si Tony. Matagal yung niyan, breath power niyan. Pero like super galing yan si Tony mag-hold ng breath. I was super amazed. But he's such a natural underwater. So, and speaking of breath, of course, we're all working in the sea, so we're both salty.
Oh my God!
Well, and working with Tony, actually, ayun nga, like what I've said, super chill ka trabaho ni Tony and walang problema, on and off cam. So I guess that's why kahit yung mga intimacy namin, nagawa namin na masaya si Direk, masaya yung mga production, sinama mo, siguro because nga we have that kind of connection.
Thank you, Ara. Tony?
Well,
Describe my breath.
describe Sarah's breath. Don't worry, guys. Lagi namang fresh. Yung breath ni... Ewan ko, di ko maintindihan yung tanong. Na-stress ako. Pero, ayun nga. No, walang problema. And Ara knows exactly what she's doing and she does it well. So, ayun.
Okay, there you go. Thank you for answering, Ara and Tony. For Ariella, sino ang mas masarap langhapin ang breath? Kay Tony or kay Ivan?
Nakakalok. Pareho naman silang masarap in a different way, I would say. Most of my, when it's all wet, joke. Kasi yung mga eksena ko with Tony is always dagat or underwater. So I would say, in a very wet station, it's Tony. On a dry one, it's no. I'm just kidding aside. Pero yeah, they're both okay. I'm very actually happy to be working with them, with Ivan and Tony. So yeah.
There you go. Thank you very much for answering. That is a question from Janice Navida of Pulgar. Okay, and we have here another question from one of the press for Direct Rafi. How was it working with the cast? And how was it taping in a beach setting?
Okay. Well, I'm so lucky yung cast talaga. Sobrang swerte na I worked with them. They're so easy to work with. They made my job very light. Ang saya nilang kasama. Tapos yung dedication nila, ibang klase. Piluin mo, napasubos dito dahil, for example, si Ivan, all of a sudden, I had him drive a motorcycle na big bike from nowhere. Tapos si Ara and Tony, I had them stay underwater for several hours at a time. So, pero wala silang complaint. So I'm like, wow, galing, di ba? It's just a big advantage that a lot of the film is shot by the sea kasi good vibes palagi. Yun ang malaking.
And another follow-up for you, Direk. What are your most memorable experiences in directing Breathe Again?
Well, yung ano lang talaga is that we can shoot a lot of these things actually on breath hold. This is the very first time actually na pati yung mga underwater scenes were shot on just breath hold. As in, pababa yung cameraman, tapos kukunan yung pag natapos yung eksena, tsaka siya aakyat. So, everything you see here, you can imagine, buhay ng tao yung ginamit dyan. Talagang hininga yan. Kasi noon, pag nag-shoot ako underwater, scuba gear eh. We can take all our time. Pero ito, yung nakikita nyo dyan, it's somebody's breath. You know, it's either me or my cinematographer, Coach Jake. We're taking the shots. So talagang iba.
Grabe mag-ipon ng hininga sila, Direk. Okay, thank you very much for answering. Our next question is from Naz Tabares of Pelicula Mania. To Ariella, Tony, Jela, and Ivan. Ano yung struggles ng characters ninyo that makes them want to breathe again? And paano kayo nakaka-relate doon? Jela? Jela, are you with us? Ivan muna tayo. Ivan?
Yeah, for me, my character had seemingly the perfect life, the ideal life. But there was still an emptiness in his heart for, something dangerous. How dangerous that gets, you'll find out in the movie. But, I can relate. Sometimes, I set up a life where it's safe and secure. And then sometimes I feel like, giving it all up and going full professional jiu-jitsu. But, so I can relate to always thinking that maybe the grass is greener on the other side. Maybe, what am I doing? It's not enough. But I don't know. Personally, I've worked on my life enough to kind of see the bigger picture, and I'm a bit happier with my life than my character is with his. So that's the good news.
Thank you, Ivan. Jela?
Mas sorry, Ate Jean. Nag-CR ako. Ano nga ulit yung
Okay, sige. Ano yung struggles ng character mo that makes them want to breathe again? And paano ka nakaka-relate doon?
Okay. Ang struggle ng character ko first is yung role ko kasi dito is kami ni Ivan, and first time ko work with Ivan, and it's also my first time na I think sa lahat ng nagawa ko, I think ito yung all out. I can say all out kasi ito yung first movie ko na may kissing scene. Yeah. And sa relate, I can't relate kasi hindi naman ako yung OBR. Char. Ay, wala naman akong, ano kasi ako dito, parang other girl ni Ivan. So, yeah. Ayun.
Thank you, Jela. Tony?
I think my character Robert's struggle is like when you find the right person but at the wrong time. Kasi si Joanna ay meron ng fiance, diba? So kahit passionate sila sa isa't isa, at the end of the day, mali pa rin kasi meron nga siyang magiging husband. Kung makaka-relate ako dun, hindi pa ako na-experience nun, pero it sounds exciting. I wouldn't mind experiencing that.
Okay, thank you, Tony. Ariella?
Well, si Joanna actually here, yung maraming struggle coming from a long-term relationship and a pressure yun sa isang girl, diba? So, si Joanna here really wants to start a serious commitment with the boyfriend. Finally, it happened. Pero parang it's still not the answer pala she's looking for. So parang for that long time, ang dami niyang, nung finally it happened, parang it's not really the answer pala na hinahanap niya. So actually, ang daming naipon na, and tapos parang she found a new spark na it's a different spark na nakuha niya from the previous or the long-term relationship na meron siya, and then so parang it's a different world na nag-open ulit sa kanya, tas na-enjoy niya. So something like that. And then personally here, si Joanna, career-wise actually then, parang she's just being dictated by her family, kung ano yung gusto ng family niya, but in reality, may gusto naman talaga siyang ma-achieve for herself. So, it's kind of a breathe again talaga for Joanna, kasi towards the end, she finally decided to pursue what she really likes. And I guess that's how we can relate. Siguro tayong lahat din. Minsan kasi parang, especially in the industry, may gusto yung society for you, but kung di ka naman masaya, di ba, at the end of the day, you just have to follow talaga kung sino ka and what do you want and pursue it. And yeah, this movie is something like that. Then it's connected with that kind of story. That's why breathe again. Ang dami niyong pwede maging meaning. Pwede siyang breathe again because finally you have done something for yourself, or breathe again after so many struggles natapos na, or breathe again is just simply nakaka-relax ka na and nakakahinga ka na ng maayos na walang masyadong iniisip.
Okay, thank you very much, Ariella Arida. And for Direct Rafi, what was the inspiration of the story and paano mo na make sure na iba ang atake dito compared sa ibang Vivamax movies?
Well, firstly, yung story ito is yun nga, because I'm siyempre nadaanan ko rin yung mga matagal na kayo with in a relationship. I've seen it with other people. Nakita ko nga yung spark na nag-wane. And what would happen if people actually tried, but merong dumaan na third party. I've seen it. I've gotten inspired by looking at other people, mga ganun situation. So yun ang masasabi ko. Inspiration yun. Parang nakikita ko lang kasi. Now, what makes this different I wrote this thing like a serious movie altogether. Like talagang, it's I put the characters talaga and their motivations at the center, at the core. Kaya nga when I had the characters, the actors, I actually had some I let them do some ad libs also and improvise. Actually, dahil sobrang pasok yung characterization nila, ang ganda ng mga improv and actually you'll see them on screen. And I actually find some of those scenes that's so enjoyable to watch. Kasi it comes from their heart ni. Galing ng mga artista here.
Thank you, Direct Rafi, for answering that. Is a question from Naz Tabares of Pelicula Mania.